Hello everyone, from a completely modelling free video from the Canal Sidings Model Railway channel. It's been a very long time since I last posted a video, way back in April, I think it was, the end of April. There have been two reasons really. First of all, I was going to be a bit late anyway because at the end of April we decided to change our car. And that takes a bit of effort and a bit of time, and travelling to and from dealers, doing test drives and then picking out the spec that you want, etc. And so that held me up for about a week, but that wasn't the major thing. Just after that, my 93-year-old mother suddenly developed an even worse set of symptoms from her dementia and Alzheimer's, and at that point she was living at home, about 100 yards down the road from us, and we'd been managing to look after her for quite a few years, my wife and I, but at that point she went into crisis, and to cut a long story short, 3 days later ended up in hospital, and basically we were told that she couldn't really live at home anymore. We knew that already because we were struggling to look after her by then. She had no help from social or anything like that. We had already decided that either we were going to look after her or she was going to get 24-hour care. Well, that was our plan anyway. But obviously we wanted to look after her for as long as we possibly could. But the hospital doctors said that she has gone so far now, she's having hallucinations, and being on her own is probably the worst thing. And of course she did spend long periods of time on her own, being in her own house. We couldn't put her up here. So after 2 weeks in hospital, when other than late stage dementia and Alzheimer's, they found absolutely nothing else wrong with her. It was decided that she had to go into a care home. So we had to look around for a care home, and we found a really nice one about 15-20 minutes drive away, in Buckden in Cambridgeshire, and she went into that last Wednesday. But since then our feet haven't touched the ground. Nothing's got any easier because now we're having to arrange to sell her house to pay for the care. Our beloved government just says if you've got anything saved up for your old age or to leave to your family and you suddenly need 24-hour care, then tough, we're going to take it all off you. So thanks for that, British government. But anyway, she is in a good place now. She gets a bit tearful when we go and visit her as we're about to leave, but they all say that when we're not there she's absolutely fine. So although we feel a bit sad about it, we think that we've done the right thing. We really hope we've done the right thing. But as I say, we've got to sell our house, and so we did put it on the market, and got a buyer straight away. And it turns out to be a cash buyer too. So his stipulation is, of course, that he wants to complete quickly, and he said 4 weeks is the maximum he's prepared to wait. So we've really had to pull the stops out. We've had to go all around her house, clearing out anything that was sensitive information, anything that the family wanted, and we have just been backwards and forwards to there, plus going to solicitors and estate agents to produce all the identification and everything. It's a minefield, it really is. Luckily we did, or my wife and my son, I wasn't around at the time, I was still working, so my wife and my son did get lasting power of attorney over her financials, which has proven to be a good thing because at least we haven't had to drag her out of the home to go and sign things at the solicitors, or worse, actually ask her if she's happy that we're selling her house. because of course she won't be, even though she really doesn't know where her house was. I showed her some pictures and she couldn't pick her house out of the pictures. So, but there you go. So that is why it's taken me this long to get back to you. I have done virtually nothing. I've managed to cut out a few pieces of wood to fit around my, oops, can't get hold of it, around my baseboards, which I've cut to size and made square. Sorry about that horrible noise. And that's about it. I've had about 2 days when I've been able to get some modelling done in since the last video. And my room is a tip. I look around my feet and there's a circular saw, there's clamps, there's blow moulded cases, there's towels, there's all sorts of stuff all over the floor in here because I haven't managed to get around to clearing up yet. So that's why I've been missing and why this is a completely modelling free video. While I have been away, I have noticed that I have missed the 2nd anniversary of my first video on YouTube, which came up I think on the 11th of May. That just has completely passed me by. I've also been trying to reply to your comments on my videos and have been keeping up mostly, and trying to keep up with all the videos of the people I subscribe to. So hopefully I haven't been completely missing from the scene. The other thing that's happened during that time is completely without my knowledge and pointed out to me by a friend of mine and one of my subscribers, that I have just passed 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. When I first started out, I thought if I got 100 I'd be doing well, and here I am 2 years later with 1,000 subscribers. So all I can say is thank you guys for watching my videos, for subscribing, for your likes and dislikes, whatever you want, you're entitled, and for all your comments and your support throughout the 2 years. And I will be back, don't worry. I'm just starting to find a little bit of time here and there now. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is clear this place up, because I look at my workbench and it's piled up with tools and bits and pieces. I'm going to have to move that out of the way so that I can continue building these baseboards, which are for the revamped Inglethwaite layout, which is this bit behind me and the bit that goes around behind the camera, as I've mentioned before. I've also decided that I've got quite a few Lima diesel locomotives. I've got about 6 Lima class 47s and a couple of 37s. So what I've decided to do probably is not keep buying brand new locos, but to update a couple of Lima locos, put lights in them, replace their motors with CD motors, and just generally clean them up and make them work better. Perhaps put a stay alive in so that their less than complete pickup system actually is less of a problem, and hopefully I'll be showing some of that. A lot of people are doing it, so it's worthwhile, and you can pick up good quality Lima locos for very small money. There are some out there at stupid money, but I'll leave those behind. So I'm not going to waffle on any longer. I'm simply going to say big apologies for the fact that I have been missing and haven't said anything for ages, and a fantastic thank you to everybody who's subscribed to me, that's put me over the 1,000 subscribers. I just don't know what to say. I am humbled by it, I have to tell you. So I will be back as soon as I can with another video, and it'll probably be to do with building baseboards, but it might be another couple of weeks before I get to it, because I've really got to do a massive clear up here, and we're not completely finished with all the other problems. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon, I hope. Bye.